Cancer, a dark cloud hovering over our skies. Cancer cases are rising alarmingly in the last decade, be it lung cancer or breast cancer. Nothing is spared. Everybody is prone to it. Our story begins with Sandra, who is going through these news articles. She is a teenage girl who lives in a posh apartment in Delhi. A 12th standard student who is interested in biology but finds it very difficult to understand. That's our Sandra. She starts getting concerned about these rising cancer cases. She goes and sits in her veranda on the armchair and goes into a deep reverie and starts to think about these rising cancer cases. After a while, she hears a mother's car getting parked at the garage in the backyard. She finally comes out of her deep thoughts. The interesting part about her mother is that she is a very renowned cancer biologist and conducts research in a laboratory in New Delhi. Sandra thinks that she would be the perfect person to clarify her doubts and concerns smoothly. She welcomes her mother in the living room, and after a few refreshments, she starts asking her about the whys and hows of cancer. Sandra says, Mom, you are a cancer scientist. You must be knowing everything about cancer, right? To this, her mom responds, "Hmm, well, I am aware about the basics, which I feel might suffice your needs. Tell me, what is in your mind? You appear to be lost in some thoughts." Sandra says, "Yes, Mom, I was wondering whether you can explain me about cancer as a disease." Her mom replies, well, it is a long list, but let me explain it to you step by step." As her mother starts explaining, Sandra starts to visualize it in her mind. Her mother continues, "Consider a situation wherein we have a box of mangoes, out of which one mango has rotten. If we leave this rotten mango in the pile, then after a while, what do you expect? The entire pile will get rotten. Similar is the situation with the cells of the body. You know about the cells, which are the building blocks of our body, right? They carry out all the functions of our body. So when one cell becomes cancerous, then it goes haywire and affects the surrounding cells as well. Also, it starts dividing uncontrollably. That's how one gets cancer. Sandra tries to take this in and further asks, "But mom, our body can also fight against it, right?" Dr. Fernandez further explains, "You're right, indeed. Our cells have got various toll booths. We call them as checkpoints. If you are traveling by road and you pass a state and enter into another, there are toll booths which allow you to pass once the security check is done, right? Similarly, in these systems, they control each and every process before allowing the next process. In cancerous cells, these toll booths become corrupted and hence the security goes haywire." Sandra notes, indicating that she understood now. She asks, "Aren't there any drugs available to treat this disease? Why do so many people still die because of cancer?" Sandra Smothers sees the spark in her eyes and decides to generate interest in her. She tries to explain further. There are a network of proteins in the cell, like a huge spider web, with various vertices. For cancer progression, let's say one of these vertices goes bad. Then the entire spider web will lose its balance and thus collapse. Kaboom! And that's how the system gets disrupted. That is why it is difficult to target a protein for cancer treatment because the entire system will get disrupted. That is one of the reasons why it is very difficult and challenging for the scientific community to develop drugs. Her mother adds as a concluding statement, "But all hope is not lost, my dear. Medical science has made a lot of progress, and the recovery rate has tremendously increased depending upon early detection. We just need to spread awareness of this interesting and equally important subject to the masses in order to engage more people in this. Sandra finally replies, "Wow, mom, you have simplified the concepts effectively, and this has generated a lot of curiosity in me. I will grow up and become a cancer biologist just like you and further contribute to it." The mother smiles. Thank you.